Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today, we got a marathon by Matt, and he literally warned me. He told me this marathon will be a bit challenging. So, I mean, when Matt says it's going to be challenging, it's going to be challenging. Because, as you know, Matt has a very particular style of music that he, sends me to react to. It's always a bit, off. It's not like, the easiest music to listen to, but I love it. I really love his style. And it says here, doubt leads to understanding amidst swirling guitars, ethereal melodies, and odd choices. That's like, I guess, the description of the marathon. But yeah, there's some information here that kind of is going to help me out because it's descriptive. He kind of analyzed the stuff himself. I'm just going to react, I'm not going to try to be too analytical. I'm never too analytical, I guess. But yeah, so it's 5 songs, all from different bands. So let's just go one by one. And so the first one is The Mercy Seat by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, and this is from 1988. Tender Praise, the album. And it says here lyric hypnosis. This is kind of cool because he's like saving me that part, and since I never really focus on lyrics, it says the mercy seat dwells into themes of guilt, morality, and spiritual redemption through the perspective of a condemned man facing execution. Holy. All right, so I'm gonna obviously now I'm focused on that. Critical reception, widely acclaimed. The Mercy Seat is regarded as one of Nick Cave's greatest works, praised for his intense vocals, poetic lyrics, and powerful storytelling. So, well, now I'm kind of like, I know what I'm getting into, but let's see, what's this? Okay. All right. So let's put on our dear headphones and look at the shirt I'm wearing. All right. Okay. So I didn't even know I didn't have the headphones on, so I hope my intro into the mic was okay. All right, here we go. Thank you again so much, Matt, for sponsoring this marathon. I do appreciate it. Everyone for watching. Thank you so much. If this is your first time on the channel, if you like what you hear or see, you can subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. The Mercy Seat. Here we go. Oh my God. I didn't even know how long it was. It's 7 minutes and 18 seconds. But yeah, I'll put on the lyrics. Let's go.
The cab took me from my home, put me on dead road, of which I'm nearly wholly innocent. And I say again, I'm not afraid to die.
I began to warm and chill, the objects on their fields, a ragged cup, twisted mop, the face of Jesus in my soup, those sinister dinner deals, on meal trucks, wicked wheels, a hooked bone rising from my food, all things that are good or
And the mercy
ungood.
seat is waiting, and I think my head is burning, and in a way I'm yearning to be done with all this measuring of food, of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, and anyway I've told the truth, and I'm not afraid to die.
Interpret signs, the catalog, a black tooth, a scarlet fog, the walls are bad, black bottom kind, they are the sick breath at my hind, they are the sick breath at my hind, they are the sick breath at my hind, they are the sick breath gathering at my hind.
I've heard stories from the chamber. Christ was born into a manger, like some ragged stranger died upon the cross. And might I say, he
head of evil all across his brother's fist. That filthy five, it did nothing to challenge or resist.
In heaven his throne is made of gold. The ark of his testament is gold. The throne from which I'm told all history does unfold. Down here it's made of a wood and wire, and my body is on fire. And God is never far away. Into the mercy seat I climb. My head is shaved, my head is wide, like the moth that tries to enter the bright eye. So I go shuffling out of life just to hide in death a while. And anyway, I never lie.
Your hand is called evil. Where's a wedding band that's good? 'Tis a long-suffering shackle, calling all that rebel blood.
And the mercy seat is burning, and I think my head is glowing. Anyway, I'm hoping to be done with all this weighing up of truth. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, and I've got nothing left to lose, and I'm not afraid to die. The mercy seat is glowing, and I think my head is melting. Anyway, I'm helping to be done with all this twisting of the truth. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, but anyway, I saw no proof, and no, don't know me why. The mercy seat is melting, and
Whoa. Okay, I love it. I really like it. You know, it is, the delivery is very quick, and, you know, it's like, I don't know what I would do without the lyrics. I would be so lost because he's going so fast. It actually took me, like, when he just started, because he started talking, I was like, okay, it's just part of, you know, the song. You know, sometimes there's some talking bits and they're not actually lyrics. Well, it started with the lyrics, and then it took me like a good 20 seconds just to find where he was at. But I love the delivery. It reminds me a little bit of like early Roger Waters, like The Wall. Early. It just reminds me of The Wall a little bit, because there's some songs that have this very aggressive delivery. We just did the whole thing again, and I've heard that album like hundreds of times before, you know. But I like it, you know. The music is very unsettling. It's like almost dissonant, you know, a little bit. It's just like, you know, it's all about the lyrics here, and that's when I pull them up. I usually don't pull up lyrics at all, but when it's like about something like this, it's so lyrically heavy, you know. And we're just 3 minutes into the song. There's like another 4 minutes left. It's very interesting. I really like it, but it's challenging. It's music that I would not maybe put on when I'm driving or something, because I don't know in what state it would put me in, you know. But it's very deep. It reminds me, you know, like a little bit of Bob Dylan, not the delivery, but just the very heavy, you know, the lyrics, you know, just the delivery of so much information, you know, the story. So yeah. All right, here we go.
melting, and I think my blood is boiling, and the way I'm spoiling all the fun by all this consequence and truth. Let an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, and I got nothing left to lose, and I'm not afraid to die. And the mercy seat is waiting, and I think my head is burning, and in a way I'm yearning to be done with all this measuring of truth. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, and anyway there was no proof, and nor a head is burning, and in a way I'm yearning to be done with all this measuring of proof of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And anyway, I told the truth, and I'm not afraid to die. And the mercy seat is waiting, and I think my head is burning, and in a way I'm yearning to be done with all this measuring of proof of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And anyway, I told the truth, and I'm not afraid to die. And the mercy seat is waiting, and I think my head is burning, and in a way I'm yearning to be done with all this measuring of proof of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And anyway, I told the truth, and I'm not afraid to die. And the mercy seat is waiting, and I think my head is burning, and in a way I'm yearning to be done with all this measuring of proof of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And anyway, I told the truth, and I'm not afraid to die. And the mercy seat is waiting, and I think my head is burning, and in a way I'm yearning to be done with all this measuring of proof of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And anyway, I told the truth, but I'm not afraid to lie. And the mercy seat is waiting, and I think my head is burning, and in a way I'm yearning to be done with all this measuring of proof of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And anyway, I told the truth, but I'm not afraid to lie. And the mercy seat is waiting, and I think my head is burning, and in a way I'm yearning to be done with all this measuring of proof of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And anyway, I told the truth, and I'm afraid I told a lie.
Wow, that was insane. Yes, it is very unsettling. It's just and the lyrics, I mean, I think I even learned the chorus, which is very strong, I'm just like, I can. So Alexia, she used to work in the criminal justice system. So she would go to jail almost every day, And now I can talk about this because she doesn't work there anymore. But and she would come home like not really happy with all the stuff she would see, all the stories she would hear. And she it was, I think, she used to do it in Florida, and that was a little bit tougher because those were not just misdemeanors, those are like convicted people, really like, but a lot of times people are not actually guilty, so that's the problem, of course, in the entire world with the prison system. Some countries have a better system. I think Europe is, I can't really, talk about this because I don't really know, but I just have seen some documentaries about the criminal justice system in the States and prisons and stuff, and it's just tough here in the United States. It's very, very tough and also very unjust. And when something happens, they have to find someone. The state has to find someone guilty no matter what, because otherwise they look bad. And that's the problem. And that's how a lot of people end up in jail, not, innocent, so that's a huge problem. So I can understand the lyrics, about the frustration. And I've seen some documentaries on Netflix where people are guilty and they're like, yes, I am a killer, and I'm on death row, and this is what I did. And it's just chilling stuff to watch. But I loved the lyrics, I loved the music, and it was a little bit repetitious, but that's pretty much, I think it's not something he wrote to make you feel good. The music was purposefully tense, you know, and put you in that situation. I think it was very good, you know, very, very cool. All right, so let's see what else Matt has for us here. But yeah, I like this, you know, I like this. I like the whole idea. Is like, okay, Nick, this is gonna be like challenging. Oh God, okay, like what are we doing? So okay, so next one is Gray Cell Green by Neds Atomic Dustbin. It says they're from England. Also, Nick Cave is from Australia. I like that you include that as well. So the lyrics, the song's lyrics reflect on individuality and the struggle to maintain one's identity in a conformist society, challenging common assumptions about spirituality and self-discovery. Okay. The reception, Gray Cell Green received positive reviews for its energetic instrumentation and thought-provoking lyrics, became one of Neds Atomic Dustbin's signature tracks. All right, cool. Let's see. Like this music, you know, I used to dislike this music when I was you know, a teen and stuff, or when it was, you know, this is from like 2000. So well, I was listening to Iron Maiden in 2000. I don't know, like I was always kind of off, you know. I never listened to like the music that was coming out in my time, and I still don't. I don't know why. I've always been kind of like going against the current. Especially the last 15 years, you know, just like listening to jazz fusion. But now when I listen to it, it's so much fun. It's simple, it's easy to digest, it's fun. It's a hell of a good time to go see this live. Like, I can only imagine the good times people had at concerts like this. I just love the rough distortion. You know, that just like, don't worry about solo. Hey, we don't even play solos. We don't even bother. You know, I love that mentality. I don't know. It must be so liberating to just go on stage and just play power chords. You know, I just like, I don't know. It must be so much fun. To worry more about the groove, the bass. You know, has to have like some punchy bass here, some drums, some edgy lyrics, and we're gonna like, yeah, we're gonna be successful. You know, I like that thought process. And the way I, you know, when I started with the guitar, I don't know. I was always like making it difficult for myself. So that's now when I look back, I'm like, why did I do that? I mean, I like it. I like being able to play solos and all that stuff and difficult chord progressions, but sometimes I do, envy people that are just like, yeah, I just play rhythm guitar, I just play, what do you play? Well, this, and then they just play this kind of music. And I'm like, wow, this is so like liberating, it's really good. I love the lyrics. I love the sound. Like I have to listen to more bands like this, just so here it's under alternative rock, power pop, Grebo, which I've never heard of, indie punk. But I love that punk, it's just, they don't worry about, flashy solos. It's just about, this is the song, man. That's it, I love it. Really, really. I'm kind of sad that I could never enjoy music like this, before. All right, let's keep going, man. Some ska. Very cool. It does remind me like of the first times, like when we used to jam, when we literally didn't know how to play anything. We would go like, how did we do that again? Because that was before the internet. So we had literally look for people, I think, in a newspaper, like, hey, looking for a drummer and looking for a bass player. And we found two guys and they were super cool. And they were already like very advanced. And we were like so bad, like my friend Hugo and me. And we just started to play like literally like 2-3 months ago. So we could barely play power chords. But we're like, okay, let's play like, I don't know, let's play Transylvania by Iron Maiden. And that was kind of like difficult for our level, but we would pull it off. And then the solos, we would basically just like, we couldn't really do this, so that's, we set the stage for ourselves already kind of like, and yeah, it was difficult. Metallica, we were not able to play. It was just too hard, the but then I think we started with one tune, was it Enter Sandman that we pulled out, and then like For Whom the Bell Tolls, because it's pretty much power chords, but there's some like lines there like we couldn't do them, like it was just fun. But we didn't have a repertoire like punk, because that would have been way easier just to like, maybe play some AC/DC, just like hard rock or some punk. We made it like difficult for ourselves, and we were just listening to music like that, Judas Priest, Megadeth, and we were like, wow, this is so hard to play, So, and in Mexico, the punk scene, I mean, when I was there, it was, I guess, already over, or nobody was listening to heavy metal, that's for sure. So yeah, we were just playing music that was out of time and out of fashion, and it was very difficult, but it was a lot of fun. All right, so the next song, That's why I just say, sometimes I would wish I could have just been, playing some the good old punk, So the third song is Teresa's Sound World by Sonic Youth. I've heard that name before, and I don't know if I've reacted to some Sonic Youth, but I'm almost sure I have. The album is Dirty 1992, from New York City. The lyrics are the song features abstract and dreamlike lyrics that evoke a sense of transcendence and exploration of inner landscapes. Okay, where are my mushrooms? I'm just kidding. I'm actually drinking mushroom tea. No, I'm just kidding. I wish I was, because I've heard some really good things about it, just for mental health. It's I think it can like turn your I mean, when I say this, I think it can be really bad if you're unlucky, but it can also be very good. You have to just learn to conquer your fears, because if you're worried and you get a bad trip, then you're done. But yeah, so critical reception is Teresa's Sound World was well received by critics for its experimental approach and Sonic Youth's ability to create mesmerizing sound landscapes. All right, cool. Let's go with Sonic Youth. What a cool transition, man. I'm loving, like, literally, like they said, the sound, the landscape of sound. It's felt like a wall, all these guitars playing like in different, I don't know if it was different octaves, or I don't know what they were doing, but the bass was super, super heavy, just great. And I love the voice, and oh man, it's so good. So I checked under Sonic Youth, and the only thing I found was the Sonics, and this is a marathon by Matt. Let me, I can even move this around here a little bit so it's more clear. But it's only 5 songs, Rodriguez, Love, MC5, The Sonics, and I added a bonus track. So, yeah. All right. Good old times. Yeah, this is great. Let's go back. Let me hear that transition into those chords. It's very cool.
That girl be glowing through town. Windows of thoughts indistinct. I know I'd love her to stay. Whispering signs are like talking golden terrain. Lights vibing dark in the sand. A cat in gold goes along. Teresa sound for the
Wow. What a good track, man. I loved it. It's just like, it's so new to me, this type of music, you know. It was just like a wall of sound. It's just like noise, it's distorted. It's just like, take it, you know, take it. Take it or leave it, man. You know, I like this. It's just like, you know, I love that Matt has always kind of like tried to introduce this music to me, and I really like it. You know, it's always been a little bit more difficult, and it's specifically, I guess, to where he was at that time, and I guess because yeah, we do have very different tastes in music. I mean, we do have like, we love you know, he got me into what's the name again? Billy. I don't know, but I started listening to this guitar player. I just don't know the name right now. I'm so bad with names, and especially since it's new. But I sent him some music, and he enjoyed it, and he sent me some music, and it was very enjoyable. Frizzle. I think it's Frizzle. Frizzle? Bill? Is it? It's just amazing. Bill Frizzle. So I'm like, I would like to do some Bill Frizzle on the channel. Maybe like, have you heard? So we do have, you know, this certain things that we do listen to that are the same, but then we're like complete opposite in other music, you know, which is awesome. You know, that's what I like about having friends that have different tastes in music, because they introduce you to this totally different world and you introduce them. And for example, another person who is very important in my life is also name is Matt, who is the fiance of my sister in law, you know, Alexia's sister, and they're gonna get married next year. And he plays bass. Oh my god, he plays such good bass, but he listens to more like, he listens to some like jazz and some fusion, but I just like send him like all this stuff and he's been like, what is this, you know? So it's just so cool to introduce someone to new music, and he's been sending me stuff. His dad plays guitar. They're all musicians, you know. Everybody, his son plays guitar. They all appreciate music, you know. So when we went to Canada, to Whistler, we're all playing guitar for like 5 days and different styles, and it's so cool. But yeah, so it's awesome. It's so cool to have a new musician in the family, and he played at my wedding that we just had. That was our pretty much our 14th anniversary, because Alexa and I, we married 14 years ago, but we just wanted to have a wedding because we never really had one, you know. So he played at our wedding, and one of my best friends from Seattle played guitar at the wedding. It was just amazing. Okay, so let's continue, man. This is a good marathon. Thank you so much, Matt. Like, you know, this is all music that I highly enjoy, you know. It doesn't have to be all about, you know. I love it, you know. I do love it. I have to say I love, you know, my you know, shredders and my jazz fusion players, but sometimes it's so nice to just watch and listen to some guitar, like overdriven like guitar, you know, some distorted, and there's people who love different distortion, you know. I'm very like simple, you know. I have like one distortion. I mean, my pedal, I can have like 200 distortions, but I just use one, you know. It's very soft, you know. It's so good. All right, so next one, Kim's Watermelon Gun is the song by the Flaming Lip. This is the album Hit to Death and Future in the Future Head, 1992. They're from Oklahoma City. Lyrics: Kim's Watermelon Gun presents surreal and dreamlike imagery typical of the Flaming Lips, poetic and eccentric style. All right. The reception: this song is praised for its experimental sound and imaginative lyrics, contributing to the album's eclectic and innovative vibe. Sorry for my reading, by the way. But yeah, so see, there's a theme here. This is all very dreamlike and very, you know, ethereal, and it's just like odd, you know. It's all a little bit like off, but I love it, and it's all from the 90s, you know, too, 80s and 90s. All right, here we go. Flaming Lip. Very cool. Okay, one thing I was kind of like hyperventilating here because the last couple of marathons I kind of like screwed up, like did the wrong song, stuff like that. So I was like hit to death in the future head, and then I looked over and there it is. It says cloud tastes metallic, but that's actually the song where this song is on Spotify. So I hope I did because I looked at the album, the Hit to Death, and there's a toilet seat on there, but the song is not on the album, So I hope it was, a little oopsie daisy. Wow, the covers of this band are so good. Super original, neon mostly, like just in your face. Very cool, man. Wow. Yeah, because the Flaming Lips Hit to Death, let's see. The Sun, Halloween, and the Barber Coast. No, it's not on there. Noise Loop. So I think we're good. Okay, so last song. So far it's just very, very enjoyable. I can see how this is not for everyone, Maybe you have to be from the time, I like it, but I'm a 90s kid, so this is just like in my DNA, I guess. And I was introduced to like distortion and rock very early on in my life by my parents, who are not really rockers, but my mom did introduce me to Led Zeppelin. I don't know why she did it. That one day she pulled out that album, Led Zeppelin 2, and she showed it to me like, look. And then she put on A Whole Lot of Love. A whole lot of love. And I was like, what is this? You need Kool-Aid. I was just like, my life changed forever. I'm like, what? This is amazing. What is this? I was like, I don't know how old I was. Maybe 6 or 5. Or she did the best thing of my life when she did that. Like one of the best things, Also, the another best thing was buy me a guitar and stuff like that, and be like, she was like, practice that thing. And I didn't buy it for, it was different back then, she was like, you want an electric guitar? Okay, 8 hours right now, like stuff like that, but yeah, she's just so cool. Okay, so Socket by the Thinking Fellers, Union Local 282. This is the album Lovelyville from 1991. They're from San Francisco. Now it says Socket features cryptic and surreal lyrics that touch on themes of identity, perception, and spirituality, often whimsical and introspective listening experience. That's so cool because, if we have something in common where I think we're very spiritual, Matt and I've always been into that kind of stuff. I used to do yoga every day, learning how to breathe and stuff like that. And I used to read a lot, way more than right now. But this was because my mom was like this, she's a yogi, and she used to give yoga lessons at home. So I was always around, meditation and stuff like that. So, and, I just I had a good teacher. My mom was a good teacher of fear of death and life after death. And she had, experience with death. She was clinically dead for 3 or 5 or something minutes. And she said, best time of her life. So she just taught me Nick, don't be afraid of dying, because it's not the end. It's not you're not just dead. Your spirit carries on. And I was like, what? Stuff like that. So it's just really wonderful to know. So the reception, Thinking Fellows Union Local 282's experimental approach garnered praise from critics for its creativity and innovation with in the alternate rock scene. Socket is often noted for its eclectic instrumentation and unconventional song structure. Okay, we have some progressive music here. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, here we go. It's like you I love this because it's like almost like they do it on purpose. It's almost like, okay, I'm not even gonna care if my guitar is tuned, let's just play. And it sounds very dissonant at times, but I know it's done on purpose or not. It doesn't really matter. Art is just, it's still music. And I've heard some weird music where they sing out of tune on purpose, and so that's how I can understand this and appreciate it for what it is. I think the Nick of like 15 years ago, I would have been like, like, because everything had to be perfect and in tune, and now I kind of like, I don't care, I don't care anymore. I care very much if my guitar is in tune, but I can listen to music that's a little off, and not be so critical. Like I used to be very critical, and I'm happy I got rid of that, of that, oh, it has to be perfect, and why is he not playing a 10-minute solo, like I still love it, but I can also understand other musicians' point of views and why they do it. It's like art, being in a gallery. I used to work in a gallery for a couple of years, and there was some stuff that I did not like, but then I would kind of like look at it and I was like, I do get it now, after a while. It's like I'm looking at this cover and it reminded me of the gallery too. There was a lot of sculptures in there too. And there was some art that was just very pretty and perfect, and like it was just like hyper realistic and stuff, still life, and but then there would come some abstract pictures and I would fall in love with them, after a week, and then I was like, oh my god, they're buying it now, it's like so that's how I feel with music now. It's like it's more about the experience. It's like, and I wish I could play something like this. I wish I could just play just like freely and not worry so much about the rules, of music. And when I compose, it's like I could never come up with a song like this. I don't know why. It's just like it has to be, I don't know. I think so much of when I compose something, it has to be so structured, and I would like to get rid of that one day. But maybe, maybe when I get older, I'm gonna like be like, I don't care about anymore. But right now, everything has to sound like a score, and I'm obsessed with like instruments and instrumentation. And I don't know when I'm gonna release my music on this channel. Maybe never, but maybe yes, maybe someday. But yeah, very, very cool. I just love, you know, the I don't give a damn, you know. I just play what I play, and you like it, then cool. If you don't like it, you can go. You know, I just love that.
Doctors claim there's nothing wrong with me. I can't taste or smell and I can hardly see. Sleep is my worst enemy.
Crazy that rhythm. Dun, 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 dun. Sounded like a train. Dun, 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 dun. Really cool. Man, I mean, what can I say? You know, I just love the weirdness of it all. It's so different from listening to anything else. Like literally everything I have behind me is like all very structured, and maybe the doors, you know, a little bit off. What I can see, you know, behind me. Some of the stuff from the Beatles was very psychedelic, so it was purposefully kind of like weird, you know, but not in a way like this. But most of it, like, look at all this stuff like Steely Dan and Dream Theater and Jethro Tull, and this is all like very, very thoughtful, produced Rush, you know. What else do we have? Oh, The Abyss there in the back which is still not released on Blu-ray. Come on, James Cameron. I still have to watch it on DVD, but I think they released a digital 4K version finally. But this was great. Thank you so much, Matt. This was very interesting. Just very different, and I love different. You know, I like to be surprised. That's why I love progressive music. I love jazz. I love the improvisation, but I also love this because it is, in a way, maybe it's not as musically rich, but then again it is, because it is so off and different. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just really good. Like this was really fun, and I thank you for a little bit of a challenge. You know, I love that you kind of like even warned me at the beginning, you know, like this is not going to be so easy to digest, you know, but I really enjoyed it. So thank you. Let me know, guys, what do you think? Please, I do want, if we can have, you know, some comments. And what I love about this community is that everyone is very just, you know, nice about this. and people can enjoy. And I've even posted some weird stuff, and people are like, this is actually pretty good. You know, I download the entire album, I bought it, or stuff like that. So, you know, I love when people can open up and say, yeah, it's not my generation, it's not my music, but hey, I can enjoy it, you know? And so that's what it's all about. This channel is designed to discover music. Not just me, but you guys. That's why we're sharing it. I could listen to all this stuff by myself, you know, but what is the gain? Nothing. I mean, it's the gain for me. That's why we like to share, and that's why this whole thing happened, you know. So again, thank you so much, Matt, for this really cool marathon. I really had a good time. Honestly, I'm gonna listen to it again, like a little bit more without having to react, you know, just in my own head, and then show to Alexia. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Which was which of the tracks was your favorite one? Have you heard this music before? Were you part of this growing up? Let me just let me know all the good stuff. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.